Welcome to Roll Fair, a D&D podcast. Thanks so much for tuning in. We're jumping back into our adventure. First, of course, we'll introduce ourselves. I am Devin, the Dungeon Master.
I'm Ryan playing Alton, the Tiefling Warlock.
Brad playing Arden, the Wizard.
I'm Kayla playing Kaiji, the Tabaxi Pirate.
I'm Austin playing Sharu the Turtle.
I'm Ben playing Reyna, the Human Ranger.
I'm Sarah playing Asar, the Fire Genasi Sorceress.
Perfect. So, last time, the party arrived on the island of Karatu Khalifa, where they met Isobel Steros, who welcomed them and gave them free reign of her home, where they could do research on pretty much anything that they wanted that was in the library. She also was willing to feed them. They are some of them are a little wary about the events going on here. Sharu and Arden are more than happy to lose themselves in whatever this place can offer. But we are picking up with them having just entered into the building proper of Karatu Khalifa. So we'll pick up there. So as you guys walk into this building, you see that it's elegant, but it's not overly flashy. It's sandstone, primarily on the inside. And as I mentioned earlier in the last session, you saw that it sparkled. What you see here is almost like little flecks of crystal, almost like embedded along the sandstone. And it's not quite like on the surface. It's like almost part of the sandstone. So it doesn't make sense from a logical point of view, but that's just how it is. And you see to the right a long table with, I believe it is 16 chairs, if I'm not mistaken. But so you see 16 chairs there, and then directly in front of you, you see tall shelves with scrolls all along them. And then directly to your left, you see kind of an area of seating that looks very comfortable. Cushions, they're stone benches, but cushions along them. And you see a couple of people sitting over there.
Sharu approaches the people. Good morning, my fellow researchers.
As you say that, you see that they're both very intently looking at these scrolls that are in front of them, and you get the just faintest movement of eyes upward and then back down to the page.
I cast suggestion on one of them.
Oh, jeez.
Okay.
So they will talk to you.
It's like, please tell me, why are you here?
Just 1 second. I need to check something.
Well, that was quick.
Yeah, faster than I thought.
Rossi, I thought you were the buddy.
Arden's going straight for whatever scroll he can find.
I'm the
Well,
buddy
we
that
need
keeps
to
him
find,
from dying or falling into a sinkhole. I'm not the buddy that keeps him from making an ass out of himself. That I watch and laugh.
So then you make a wisdom 14 save.
Don't
Hang
want
on,
us
I need to
kicked
check
out
just
in
one
5
thing.
minutes. Or turn to some sort of primordial goo.
That would be a problem.
I'd much prefer not to be goo today.
Okay, just 2 more minutes of
Did
pointing
she
and laughing.
say her name?
Yes, Isabel Steros.
Okay, I totally missed that.
I'm surprised she caught up on my name. Like usually
So
wigs people out if I give them my
you're
name.
able to cast that. They need to
still
make a
haven't
wisdom
got it.
save.
Wisdom 14, yeah.
Okay.
One of these days this will work.
They succeed.
Darn it.
Need to get a higher level with a higher DC.
I do.
So you cast suggestion, the spell, you feel kind of grab a hold of them, but then fades back. And you can tell that they have not fallen under the influence, and they seem unfazed.
I'm going to whisper magically in Sharu's ear. Sharu, she warned us not to talk to them, not to disturb them.
If they didn't want to be disturbed, I mean, I asked them if they could talk to me, and they just ignored me, so
So maybe they don't want to be disturbed.
Well, maybe. I go up and pat one on the soldiers. Well, soldier. Well, good luck to your studies. And as I pat them, I cast Lesser Restoration.
Okay. Sounds good. What's the save for that?
No save. It cures any one disease or condition affecting it. The condition can be blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned.
None of those conditions are affected.
Okay. I figured that'd be case, but I thought maybe poisoned.
This gives me an idea, though. If these people are just so intent on those scrolls they're reading, if we can find this really powerful mind-influencing spell we're supposed to find, we could use it on them.
Let's see if we can find it.
is
What
it
happens when I
already?
open and read this?
So as you guys are kind of doing this, Isabel comes over and says, please, I asked you not to disturb my guests.
And we asked him to. We are sorry.
You said
we're
don't
trying.
disturb them if they don't wish to be disturbed. I asked them first, and I'm not going to
I
disturb
can
anymore.
see you've been trying to cast spells.
What? No.
Please, let my guests go about their business. They will join us if they desire. But, as I said, if you desire to read, feel free. I'm here to talk. I love to entertain, and we will have lunch here within a couple of hours.
Just very quickly, what do the guests look like? Are they dressed in the same sort of Za clothing that we
Yeah,
saw?
so the both of them that you see have the black kind of the black getup of Zaw's crew, so to speak, and seems to be that's probably who is being referenced.
And can I just make a quick insight check to see this level of intentment on the scrolls? Is it natural, or does it seem really weird?
That would probably be more. You can go ahead and make an insight check.
1.
They really like reading.
You have a very hard time knowing for sure what's going on, just from your own experiences in studying. You had that feeling that you didn't want to be bothered when you were into something that you were
Okay.
researching or reading for pleasure. And you also know that they were here to find this information.
So I do know that Arden, you were looking for magic earlier, and you
Yes.
said that everything
Everything
was magic.
is magic, yes.
That usually, lasts for a few minutes. Do you
10
still
minutes.
see all that magic?
Do I still see all that magic?
Yes, everything here is magic. Even Isabel.
What about the...
What about the
Everything
two?
changes.
That's exactly what I'm going to ask him. If those two have magical
Are they
aura
magic?
around them,
They do have an aura around them.
But they're
and
not.
is it any sort of specified
There's
magic?
nothing that you guys pick up on.
Everything is magic. Isabella is magic. Everything's
thing
magic.
is-
I'm
is
excited.
Isabel
Let's go.
so right now?
Let's read.
They've got
Yeah.
magic
Oh,
around
no.
them.
Are you
we
on-
don't have magic around us aside from
Yeah,
the
do we have
items
an
that
aura
we
around
carry.
us?
No.
Okay. Yes,
So,
we're fine.
Is there something wrong?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You just have a beautiful aura,
We are trying.
and I want to read,
keep
and they're
him
keeping
in
me
line.
from me reading, and it's not.
I see you're
very nice.
trained in the arcane arts.
I'm trying to be. Yes.
Well, I have many spells that you can look through.
That's what I've
Free
heard.
to observe, to record as you see fit.
Do you
That's
have
wonderful.
a history of your island? I would love to read about the history of this island.
I can tell you about it.
Wonderful.
Okay, you
He
do that.
loves-
I'm
Yeah,
going
Why
to.
don't you go? You two
Yes,
do
tell
that.
him a story. He loves to hear
And
stories.
we'll go off and read.
Get out your book.
It's already out.
Yeah, I stopped mid. Get out your. I should have known.
Pen at the ready.
Pen at the ready. Pen at the ready.
Oh gosh, you are a lifesaver. That will keep him occupied for hours, or as long as you can tell the story. Make it a long one. He likes long stories.
Oh, that's wonderful. I love telling stories. I love hearing stories.
I have plenty of stories to tell.
Well, I would love to hear them. Is there
Someone.
perhaps we can have the story of the island at lunch?
Do we have to wait that long?
Well, please settle in and make yourself comfortable. I'm just going to go and make sure that the food is being prepared.
Oh, I'll follow. You can talk to me as I follow you.
Very well.
I'm following behind him.
Okay, so you ascend this spiral staircase that's kind of in the center of the room, and as you're climbing, she says, "Well, what would you like to know about the island?"
Well, I've heard rumors that this island has been here before the city and before the empire.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's kind of a family tradition, if you will. My family has lived here for as long as I've known of our history, and we were here during the Pantheonic War, Dragon Wars, and we've just always been here. Even when the Duchawi came, and then the Yabankichi came.
And about what century did you take over the island?
I'm not 100% sure. It's time. I don't really keep track of time like others.
Interesting. So I guess what is the purpose of this place?
It's my home. I collect tomes and knowledge, information.
Well, it's really nice for you to share it.
Well, I love entertaining guests.
You say your family has been here. Do you have more family here in this place?
I am the only one that lives here. All of my other family have gone.
And if you don't mind me asking, what race are you?
I am a human.
But you've been here for centuries.
Inside check.
Go ahead and make an insight check.
15.
15. She seems to be telling the truth. She seems to be human. At least she believes. It seems that she believes that she is. And what was your question? I'm sorry.
It sounds like you've been here for centuries.
Perhaps I don't know. Like I said, I don't really keep track of time. I know a lot about the eras of the world, but I honestly they kind of just fade in and out. I don't know.
Do you have some sort of basement or dungeon?
I mean,
question.
Kinky.
I have my rooms. Is there?
Is there any places forbidden to us to explore?
No, not at all.
Good to know.
I'm keeping my mouth shut.
Okay. So, yeah, what else would you like to know?
For the Pantheonic War, tell me about that.
Oh, what do you want to know about it?
Tell me of Uvamar and how he came to be.
Well, Ufamar, he came around, sometime before the Pantheonic War occurred, and
Did you ever meet him?
I have never met him. No,
Oh, okay.
I really don't even know that he's truly all that powerful. But
Would you say you're more powerful than him?
I know a few things. And she does cast a spell for you. Just a second.
Counterspell.
I'm not that high of level yet.
It's like you successfully counterspelled prestidigitation.
So she casts a spell, and you hear within your mind, I am aware of the arcane arts to some degree. I am certainly no master wizard or mage, but I have my skills.
She got quiet. What's she doing?
She's talking into my head. I hear voices in my mind.
That's not alarming.
And then you hear also in your mind, I'm sorry, he was just asking about my powers, and I'm just showing that I have the ability to cast spells.
Delightful.
But as far as I know, in the gods and the titans they fought, Uvamar became the leader of the gods, and they eventually overthrew the Titans when the Blood War occurred, and that's about the extent of it.
Do you follow any certain god?
I don't. I like to learn about them, but I wouldn't say I worship any one.
Fine. And I was like, show me the food that you have prepared.
How long have we been climbing this staircase?
So by the time you guys finish this conversation, you get to the top.
Third floor?
You get to the second floor, and you see just a room full of columns, with writing along them. And just a brief glance, you see that they have like a T'Chawi script on them. Or no, excuse me, not T'Chawi, Draconic. And then as you get to the top, you see that you're kind of at the top of where the dome is. And it appears to just be a large kitchen and storage area, like a giant cupboard. And then there's two doors, one facing south, and one facing east.
So upstairs is open, like it's a balcony, or
No, there's a door.
there's a door?
Yeah.
Okay. Am I close enough to the kitchen to see if I can smell anything from the kitchen I have never smelled before?
Yeah, you're in the kitchen.
Oh, okay. Okay. Sorry, I have the floors mixed up in my head.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
That didn't go very well. It's very overwhelming. I can't.
What'd you get?
Oh, natural one.
Okay, so just kind of
It's like a
coming
floor
up
thing.
here, you do smell quite a few things. You see some things cooking, but nothing stands out, and you're a little bit distracted by the overall experience.
The food seems to be made of food.
So as you guys climb the stairs with her, what are you four doing?
Okay, so Arden, now that they're give me just how many spells can you potentially do a day?
I can cast.
I know that you can cast a certain amount.
Some I can
limited.
cast unlimited. I have
It depends on the spell.
4. What is it?
6.
4 times, depending on the lower levels, and then the higher ones I can do is 2 times.
Specifically, we discussed one of the spells earlier, that protection spell.
We did?
That back when you were teaching me on the scrolls, the ones that you found on the pillars when you were trying to teach me Draconic. There was one that was a protection from evil and good, and if I remember right, it can essentially remove a charmed status from someone. I was wondering, just an inkling now that Isabella's out of the way, perhaps you could try that on one of the patrons.
Unfortunately, I can only have so many spells prepared in a day, and
That is
not one of them.
Understood.
I could try to command one of them.
No, my worry is that there probably is some sort of charmed enchantment on these people.
What
Go
if we
ahead and
just
make an
give them
Arcana check.
Yeah, I was gonna say earlier I wanted to look
Wow.
at them and just see if I could glean anything
19.
arcane.
So, looking at them, it does appear to be that there's some sort of magical effect on them.
Fireball.
They don't necessarily seem to be... What's the word? They don't seem to be
Under influence, essentially.
doing anything against their will.
Yes.
But it seems to be that there is some sort of effect on them.
We might be here for 2 whole
Tomorrow.
days.
Tomorrow.
Perhaps tomorrow.
Yes,
We get that
I'll
prepared.
prepare.
What if we
yes.
just give them a good slap?
Like,
Well,
like I'll admit that I can do it
Just snap
myself,
them out of it
but
or something.
I
meeting Sharu is kind of a slap.
am extremely limited on what I can do, and I would like to be the most prepared possible today.
That's a good idea. Thank
so-
you for using your head. Now I must read.
I want to watch you when you read to see if you get glazed
Well,
over like
yes.
the rest
Yeah,
of
that'd
us.
be great.
I was planning to do that too if I do have to be his.
I didn't know you could read.
I don't do it very often, I admit, but I meant I was going to watch Arden.
Good one, Goyle.
Bird.
I didn't know you could
if I did get stuck, paired up with him, I figured he could do the searching for this spell, and
That's actually
Yes.
a very
I'll
good
just
idea.
give him
Just
a nice
keep an eye
smack
out on
across
us.
the head if he
Please
starts
don't.
to doze off.
This is a
And-
good idea. I before any of us start reading, I want to see what the effects are.
Actually, maybe I'll save it in case he does seem to glaze over.
So she mentioned there was like beings or something that could help
Some servants.
find certain things. Do you just see them, or do
You don't see anything.
Call out like, "Hello, servant people, things. Hello, Siri."
So you call out. You don't really see
Alexa.
any response.
Just
I'm
maybe just
looking
try
for
it.
a mind spell.
So as you say that, you do see some shuffling over by the shelves. You see some of them rustle, and then you see a scroll brought over to you, floating in the air.
Unseen servant.
This is
I'm both intrigued and frightened.
this is service. This is wonderful.
I'm gonna position myself so I'm not looking at the scroll, but I can watch Arden.
Okay.
But specifically so I don't see the scroll itself.
Okay. Sounds good.
I'm gonna look at it, see what it is.
I'm gonna be keeping
All right.
an eye out on
Go ahead
the
and make
other
an
two
Arcana check.
patrons.
Arcana check.
That's like the equivalent of touching a
didn't move.
stove. Is it hot?
I had to move the table to get it to land, which it did good.
Did you just move the table?
Yeah,
to
I had to shake it to
to
be
land
like,
where you wanted?
no, just to have it land anywhere.
cocked.
Because it was cocked. I didn't want to roll it again.
It's a bumpy table.
So what you're saying is that you liked the number.
That it landed on, yes.
I'm gonna have you re-roll.
Dang it! Because I liked it.
Well, just roll on the stuff.
On the mat.
Yeah.
No, it's not as good, though. It's a 14.
14.
Oh, darn.
Okay. So as you are looking through this spell,
Would have been 10 more.
you get you're kind of reading through different elements of it, and you see in the draconic tongue, or script, I should say, that it is the indication of one person imposing their will on another, and you can tell that this is the dominate person spell.
Would I glean that this is as powerful as a spell as they are looking for? Maybe.
It's possible.
And I can't copy it?
You could.
There's no servants
see,
around
Arden?
to stop you.
If you just slip it in your bag. Take it with us.
Oh, what level spell is that?
Learn it.
So I can't
I believe
glean.
it's level 5.
Holy crap.
So, do wizards have a difference between copying a spell down and copying a spell down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It costs money.
Right,
I don't
I
have
know.
enough money for that.
Right, I know. So you could write it down to save for later
No.
and give to the people, but you can't write it down in your book. Right?
No.
Well, we could just take the scroll.
You
I'd
can't
like
just
to
write
see
a
you try
scroll
that.
on normal everyday paper.
See what happens.
You can write the words. It's not just the. It's not
the
just the
magical
words.
energy
There's a
and power.
magic to it. There's a lot to it.
So the words don't do any good if we bring them to the
right. It has
people?
no. Yeah.
Imagine you
And
have.
I'm sorry. I forgot to mention you're supposed to do that roll with advantage.
That's not.
Let's say, imagine you have math problems and math answers, but it's all like college level like statistics, but the magic part that he's got to copy down is the equation that gets from one to the other.
Okay.
What was it? It was
That's
a
awful
50
dumb.
gold
I
per
still don't
level.
understand. I can just cast magic.
Yeah, I totally agree. That same thing. It's weird though. Now have this magic book that gives me more spells, but I can just cast them whenever I want.
It's
It's
250
strange.
gold worth of supplies to copy this.
I'm not there. I'm metagaming.
Oh yeah. I'm saying it's Alton then.
Well, then let's just take it with us. Zaw asked for a powerful mind control spell. We found one.
It is one. There's probably others. We can ask. Hey, is there any others?
Ask for the most powerful mind control spell.
Do you have a wish? Do you have a wish spell?
How about a deck of many things lying around? Do you got one of those?
Are there any decks of cards?
So you see some other scrolls come your way, and as you are looking at these, some of the things that are brought to you, you see one scroll that is entitled the Keep Jomba Enlightenment.
Keep what now?
Keep Jomba.
How do you spell that?
Kibjomba. Jomba.
Kibjomba.
Hey.
Got it.
It's a draconic alphabet. They can
Keep
have any
Keep
letter they want.
Jomba Enlightenment. What can I glean from this one?
Go ahead and make a history check.
Mm-hmm.
And wisdom
Do you know me?
saving throw.
I do.
I have
I'm just watching him closely still.
proficiency in history. Does that help?
I'm sure it does. And also do so with advantage.
Okay. That's
And,
what I meant.
and guidance.
Okay. Oh, yeah.
Here.
You have a D4 for me? Thanks. I don't like your D4.
Well, it doesn't like you either.
24.
All right, so 24. As you're reading through this doesn't seem to be a spell or anything of that nature.
I'll throw it away.
But it seems to
Just joking.
it seems to be more of a kind of a history of magic, if you will, where the Keep Jomba, which are the Dragonborn, were brought into the world by the gods, and they enlightened the people with the Draconic language. So it talks a lot about how magic has influenced the world since that time, and it did occur during the Pantheonic Wars. It was a way for the gods to protect isn't the right word. It was a way for the gods to get the people to commune with them through prayer, which granted them additional powers in the war against the Titans. And it occurred when there was a rift in the Titans, and essentially what would be known as Bahamut. He has his own T'Chawi name, but when Bahamut decided to turn away from the Titans to the side of the gods, and that's when the Keep Jomba first originated, was when he, along with Uvamar and Juanabi, created them for the purpose of bringing prayer to the world.
I have to show this to Shrew. This is amazing, but why are the gods always in charge of everything? I thought I was escaping them. Now I'm praying to them, apparently, while I'm doing so. This is... Okay. Any other mind control spells that you might...
So they bring you other books, things of similar nature, kind of a history of magic, spells of a similar class, but nothing that nothing is like a full spell. That one that you received is the only full spell that you gained.
Okay, got it. Can I keep it?
There's no response.
Arden,
That's
what if
a
you
yes.
tried to cast that? Could you cast it on one of those?
The scroll would disappear,
So
and I
as-
probably can't.
Alton tries to speak to you, I need you to make
Oh no.
wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. Ooh. Wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot. Knew this would happen, but I don't care. 10.
It's a fail. So as you try and speak to Arden, he is very focused and intent on his reading.
Arden. I'll smack him on the head. Back of his head.
So when you smack him on the back of his head, you feel the pressure of almost like hands against your chest, kind of pushing you away.
I'm gonna try to grab the scroll and yank it out of his hands and throw it down.
Okay. Go ahead and make a. Let me check some stats here.
This is great. I love this.
I need you to make a. We'll make it strength or not strength. I'm sorry, acrobatics or athletics.
Oh, okay. Ooh, natural 20.
Okay.
Holy
22.
cow.
So you feel in front of you this presence of some sort, and that's the feeling of those hands being pressed against your chest. You're able to get around it. It's weird, but you are able to smack the scroll away from Arden. I need you to make another wisdom saving throw, also with disadvantage.
Okay.
He takes psychic damage.
That's pretty good. 19.
Okay. So as the scroll's knocked away from you, you are able to kind of shake yourself back into reality, so to speak. And you see Alton standing in front of you, with just kind of this look of shock and concern, which is weird. And
Not really concerned. But...
the scroll being knocked away.
I was reading that. What is...
You turned into like one of those two. You were just catatonic.
That sounds great. Why'd you...
You want to be stuck here forever
Well,
until you starve to death?
No, that's not... Okay. Thank you.
I think we just need to figure out how to get that scroll out of here without it affecting you.
I'm going to pocket the scroll.
Okay.
If
Sorry, I
that
was just checking
In
something.
my pants.
In your pants. All right.
Do you feel any sort of strong attachment to the scroll?
I
like,
do
are you
now.
gonna call it my
Very
precious or something?
close.
All right. Bear with me.
You
I was
don't wanna
looking
put it
for
in your-
something specific, and I couldn't remember where I
Can you just
put
put
it.
it
And
in
now I
your
found
backpack?
it. So.
No, I want to know if it disappears. I want to feel it.
We should attempt to leave the residence with the scroll in your pants
and see what
to
happens.
see what
want-
happens.
Just want
Yeah.
everyone to know, I want to make a perception check on Arden's pants when I come downstairs.
See the bulge in front
We
of
will
me.
never not have penis jokes. will we?
I didn't mean
Is
it
that a
like
scroll in your
that.
pants, or
It's
you're
just
happy to see me.
that seemed like the best way to.
All right.
Make it look like we've got armadillos
You
and
have
trousers.
a backpack?
Yeah, but I can't feel what's inside the backpack.
He wants to know if it disappears.
Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Just wants to feel.
you're able
power.
to pocket the scroll, and there doesn't seem to be anything preventing you from doing so.
Okay.
Does he start to get affected by it again?
Hey, I
No.
Okay, so just don't read them. Sherry's gonna be really disappointed.
could copy it into my spellbook if I had some money.
Do you?
Equipment.
Yeah, don't
technically.
you need the material? Like, is there a store right around here on the island to buy your parchment?
I don't think anything we should partake of on the island.
So how does it work
Yeah.
again? We talked about this before. When I copy a spell, it costs money. I assume it costs components of that value. But we didn't really say that I had to go buy.
We're not going to worry about it.
Because I'm like, if I just get a little bit more gold, then I can copy this over. If somebody was,
It takes gold dust to do
yeah,
it.
let's just say
use it
convert the
to
gold
ink.
pieces
Too
into
bad I don't have any money.
components to, yeah.
Insight check.
Yeah.
So you have
Much do you need?
I've got 218 gold right now.
Holy crap!
17.
18.
You're not here, Shrew.
I know.
If you promise
I need
not to go
250.
catatonic on me again,
I can't promise it because I need to look at it to write it down.
It's alright. Alton can just.
But the
snap
scroll
you
will
out.
disappear.
we can
When I
slap
copy it,
you
I
again
think.
if we need
Is that-
to. So
Does the scroll disappear when I copy it? I can't remember.
technically they do.
Yeah.
At
Okay.
least the words on the scroll.
Yeah.
so what?
Okay.
32 gold do you need?
250.
I know.
I
that
have
he has-
218. I need whatever that is. I don't know how to
Be
math.
32.
Here, do
Great
with
wizard doesn't know
this.
how to math.
Do with this as you will. I just. Oops.
He's a wizard. He's not that kind of wizard.
And
32, yeah.
I hand you over enough gold to
32.
finish off the 250.
Okay. And I'm gonna take it's 2 minutes per, because I'm awesome. Per level.
Okay.
Smack him if he goes into the
So,
Twilight Zone again.
As you guys
Do you
are
want
Yeah,
to try
so 10
copying
minutes.
the others? Oh, wait.
Try what?
We'll wait. Let's
Sorry.
do it tomorrow.
10 minutes.
Yeah.
So as you guys are copying this spell, we'll come back to you three with Isabel and Sharu and Kaiji. Thank you. And you see that she's showing you around the kitchen. You see that food is being prepared on its own. You see like these utensils moving around on a stove, cooking various meats, vegetables, so on and so forth. You see barrels full of vegetables, dried meat.
Is that a raptor egg? Oh no, never mind. Not large enough.
I don't know that I've ever had a raptor egg.
It's delicious. Sadly, I think that's only a duck egg.
Yes, we
How
do
did you
sometimes
conf-
get duck eggs.
I saw an egg, I got excited, okay?
Okay.
But anyway, this is where we prepare the food. We have sleeping quarters for you if you desire, just to the south here and to the east.
Are there any kind of windows anywhere?
There are windows, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. I feel better. Does it look like the time of day it's supposed to be?
Mhm.
Okay. I'm really paranoid.
I can tell all of you are paranoid.
No, I'm not.
It's like we can also
I didn't create anything bad, guys.
I'm not paranoid. I'm cautious. Okay, maybe I'm a little paranoid.
But so she's showing you these things. She says, but yes, the island it's been around for a long time. My family has been here, and
Who is your family?
we are the Steros.
I don't know if have I heard of that name before.
Go ahead and make a history check.
That's nice. 22.
Okay, so you've heard just in myths and legends about the Steros family. Usually it is associated with the Keratu Khalifa, but they have been around for a very long time, and really have never moved from this area.
And in the history I know they've always been human, or is there?
Mhm.
Okay.
They were around before like humans were divided into Yabankichi and T'Chawi.
Okay.
So they're an ancient family.
Your family it's an old family.
It is indeed.
Well, with such an old family, there's got to be all sorts of secrets here in this place.
I leave everything open to anyone who desires to seek knowledge.
I know my friend downstairs is probably enjoying himself. And all this food looks wonderful. Before we partake, I actually want to explore your building a little bit. Is that all right?
Of course.
Wonderful. Kaiji, Let's go look for secrets.
I think you just piqued my interest.
Again, just please do not disturb my guests. We will have food ready within the hour,
Wonderful, thank you.
and we will eat in the main floor. But I bid you adieu, and I'm looking forward to hearing your stories, Master Shrew.
Of course. I would have been more than happy to share with them.
Perfect.
Let me set my curiosity first.
Naturally, please feel free to read through the histories and the texts that are stored here. And she leaves you to it. Do you guys go back down to the rest of the party?
First, I want to go down to the second floor and investigate those pillars.
Okay, sounds good. Is there something specific you're looking for?
I'm specifically looking for anything interesting written on the pillars, but also any like secret passages or any secret
Okay.
rooms.
Sounds good. Go
I
ahead
feel
and
like,
make an
I feel like there's a
investigation
secret
check.
somewhere. I got a total of 22.
22. Okay. As you look through the room, nothing sticks out as being a secret passageway of any sort. But as far as like what you're looking to read, is there anything specific you're searching for?
I guess hints at what happened to the people here.
Okay. Go ahead and make a history check.
24.
Okay. So, and do so with advantage. Sorry.
It's still 24.
Okay. So as you're looking through the pillars, you see as your thoughts kind of focus on what happened to the people here, you get different almost like journal entries that move along the pillars. The text almost slides up or down the pillar, and it's stone. It's very much graven stone, but it moves to the way your mind is thinking.
Kaiji, do you see this? Oh,
And
you can't read.
she can still see the stone moving.
It's always making me very dizzy and giving me a headache.
But this is also written in the draconic hieroglyphic text. And you come across a section that's titled Mortal Ambitions.
Mortal ambitions.
Mm-hmm. And as you read through that, you see that it's almost like a journal entry of a woman by the name of Metis Kedrog. And she was of Yabankichi origin. And she speaks of a patron that she had. It appears as you go through the reading that she was a warlock of some sort. And her patron was a being of the sea. And she found herself wanting to get away from this patron. They weren't exactly doing what she would have deemed as moral or ethical, and so she was trying to get away. So she ended up here at the island, seeking for knowledge and information to escape this fate. And as she did her research, recorded her thoughts, it was clear that the way to escape that would be through the use of another divine or powerful eternal being. Eventually, the entries stop, but one of the key things that you do find towards the end is that she believes that no mortal ambition seemed to be able to overthrow the ambitions of the eternal beings. And her final musings were about the possibility of trying to make these eternal beings mortal. But that's all you find there as you are thinking on these things.
Okay.
You done reading the Mendrik's Scratch yet?
Yes.
So as you try and speak to Sharu, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw with disadvantage.
Yes.
You said disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Disadvantage.
Well, that
so
sucks.
that one.
Okay. You are engrossed in your reading, and as you try and speak to him, nothing gets through to him, and you see that he is just focused on this pillar, and it keeps shifting and moving as things change.
Yeah, I try to hit him in the face.
Okay.
No claws.
So you hit him in the face.
The only time.
Oh, I
good
do
to
hit him
not
in the
know how to
face?
read.
You don't need to roll for it. He's not moving.
Oh, I thought you were never okay. Never mind.
Well, I guess that's true. So as you try and strike him, you do feel a pressure against your chest as well.
So if I'm rolling for acrobatics, that's a 21.
Okay. You are able to bypass this pressure. And I'm sorry, I am actually going to have you do it with disadvantage. I should have had him do it with disadvantage earlier, but that's okay. I forgot.
What if I reminded you so you're nice about it?
I don't know that that's going to help you.
Holy shit. That's a not one. That's 7.
Okay. So, you are startled by this experience of something pushing against you that you cannot see. And as you go to try and strike him, you kind of, like a cat when it gets scared, you kind of jump up into the air with your claws out and find yourself about 10 feet away from Shrew.
I'm going to creep up very slowly and then try to go underneath it and trip him.
Go underneath what?
Underneath this mystical force.
I see. You see a cucumber. Just kidding.
I'm not a cat.
You're terrified.
You are a cat.
I'm feline.
But as you try and go underneath this thing, and are you trying to grab Shrew again?
Yeah, I'm trying to grab one of his legs and trip
Okay.
him.
You feel the pressure against your arms and shoulders, and I need you to do the same thing with disadvantage. Oh, I need to roll.
Is that
It's
another
just
nat
not
one?
happening.
Wow.
On the other die too.
Oh, yeah, goes to jail.
Well, no, that's the problem. Here, all the money go on my
They
desk.
all go to
I
jail.
all go to jail. I need to go find some new ones.
With me in my studious state, I as Cheru, I'd want to go talk things over with Arden or somebody, but I can't.
You cannot. You
Okay.
are stuck there.
Okay, so
Researching.
I'm just happy reading the walls.
You again feel yourself unable to progress forward towards Shrew.
Rainer, Alton, can either of you hear me?
Go ahead and make a perception check.
Oh, my password is terrible. Hey, 17.
Okay. I'd say you hear her.
12. Sounds like Mossy's in trouble upstairs.
Okay.
But we all have to go because we can't leave Arden down here.
Yeah. Let's go
Trying to
together.
copy spell.
It's not like he's gonna go anywhere.
Let's just stick together. It's the smart thing to do.
Can you pause your copying?
No,
If you leave one or two
Oh,
people
is he
with him-
copying?
it's an online game.
Alton, stay with Alden. If anything goes wrong, message us.
Sure. I'll do that.
Me and Asar will head upstairs.
Okay. So as you guys head upstairs, we are going to end the session there and pick up next time. Thanks for listening.
You have been listening to Rollfair, a D&D podcast, produced, recorded, and mixed by SF Shields, executive produced by the Rollfair team, copyright 2021 by Rollfair LLC,